Primo bats it. Here comes Primo with the dunk.
Do it!
Here comes Primo with the dunk. Here comes Primo with the dunk.
Just do it!
Oh, it's your boy DC Tree, and this is DC Tree Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking Josh Primo, y'all. And I gotta tell you, man, it's been a while since I made a Primo video. I am a fan of Primo. I'm a believer. Obviously, if you're a fan of the channel, I was skeptical about picking another guard in the draft, but since then we've clean house. No more Forbes, no more White. So this was Primo's time to step up. And I gotta tell you, man, he's looked pretty average. Honestly, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And when I say average, basically I'm saying he's not looking like that offensive powerhouse like he was in the G League. And don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting those G League stats to, translate to the NBA game exactly. But I did think he'll be a little bit more, a little bit more poised offensively. But he has a learning curve, and that's okay. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Hit that like button and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, first off, I just want to make sure I say this. I already said it in a lot of ways, but I'm going to say it clearly. This is not any video to criticize Josh Primo. He's developing at his own pace. He's developing like I want him to develop. He doesn't have any pressure on him. He has the opportunity to learn. He has the opportunity to get chewed out by Pop. He has the opportunity to get yanked. It's all part of the growing process. It's growing pains, man. And as Spurs fans, we got to start realizing that, not everyone is Manu Ginobili or Tony Parker, or definitely not Tim Duncan and D-Rob coming in ready-made. We got to let these guys develop, man. Think about the turn that Murray has made, when he's developing. Look at the turn that Olani is currently making when we give him a chance to develop. So we got to give Josh Primo, that same type of love and that same type of patience, especially in his first year. And he hasn't played a whole lot of NBA basketball. He's played a lot in the G League. So we got to show this guy some grace because, it may take a little time for him to tap into his potential. Okay, these are the stats from Primo for the last 10 games or so. This video is prior to the Jazz game. Knowing my luck, Primo would go out and drop 50, which would be great from a fan perspective, but from a YouTuber perspective, this video right here would be bad timing. But as of this video, these are the stats. So he had 13 against the Hawks, 9 against the Pelicans, 2 points against the Bulls, 1 point against the Thunder. I think he missed the game with a wrist injury. 7 points here, 6 points there, 10 points there, and he missed, a game recently with an illness. So one of the issues, with playing with Greg Popovich is the fact that you don't really get consistent minutes as a rookie. So it was hard to get that rhythm. I think DeJounte Murray said something to the effect a few days ago when defending Primo. It's hard to get in the rhythm when you don't have the consistent minutes, but that's just the nature of the beast. I don't necessarily feel like Pop is doing anything wrong. To be honest with you, he's kind of playing him more than I thought he would have, especially with some of the defensive mistakes Primo has been making. He's been getting chewed out a little bit, but that's all part of growing pains. That's all part of the process, and it's something you really want to see. Something that you want to see as a fan, because that's how growth happens. It can't be all sunshine and rainbows. It has to be a little rocky road every once in a while so you can get better, get motivated, and be effective out there on the court. At the end of the day, man, I really think a lot of Spurs Nation is confused about what's going on this season, because I see them so angry and so disappointed when we lose to better teams. When we lose to the Raptors, for instance, a team that's clearly better, people get upset, like we're not doing well. When we lose against a Jay Morant, people get upset, and I'm like, this is a year to retool. So don't complain about Vassell. Don't complain about Primo. Don't complain about Lonnie Walker. Don't even complain about DeJounte to a certain extent, although he is an all-star player now. because we aren't supposed to win these games. A lot of these games we aren't supposed to win. This is a rebuild season. This is a year to get a great draft pick. Now, if we make it to the play-in, that's great, but if not, that's okay as well. So I'm glad to see Primo struggle a little bit. I'm glad to see him go through some growing pains. I'm glad to see him get ripped by Pop. I'm glad to see his minutes be inconsistent. That's going to keep the thirst up. That's going to keep the competitiveness in practice up. That's going to push him to work harder this offseason. All this is part of the end game, man. All this is part of the bigger picture. So I'm happy to see Primo look a little average. It's okay, young fella. Get your experience. Get your defensive timing. Get your confidence. Get your shot right. Stay ready, and your time will come as well. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Thank you for kicking it with me. Check out the other videos on the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.